but you feel alone. I'll be the one to bring you home. The sun shines, but you're cold inside. You tell the truth, but you feel you've lied. You're always running, but you won't catch up. I'll be the one to lift you up. I'll be the one to lift you when it rains, but there ain't no cloud. When it's too loud, but there ain't no sound. When you're surrounded, but you feel alone. I'll be the one to bring you home. Sun shines, but you're cold inside. Tell the truth, but you feel you fly. You're always running, but you won't catch up. I'll be the one to lift you up.
Hello, everybody. We're here in Game 2, picks and bans between Team and D-Boyz. On the blue side this time, it is Team. So, kicking it off with a Blitzcrank ban again. Personally, I don't think that's, huge. The only time I've heard Blitzcrank even mentioned in the past, I think, month and a half, was when someone today on Reddit said he was pretty okay with the new ZX item.
It's possible, but I've seen it a lot in pro play because the hard engage supports are being played a lot, and it's very possible that they just don't like to play it. They don't like to play against it. Maybe their team just doesn't know how to dodge blitz hooks, but we'll see.
Fair enough. I don't either. So, Rakan ban coming out. That makes sense. It was pretty effective from Kiwi Priest. Kled ban as well, because Iwormy did very well on that. As
Yep.
well as Caitlyn ban, which is pretty standard. She's just annoying to play against. Vayne ban makes the most sense out of all these bans, I think.
Yeah, the Vayne was really instrumental to the win there. But Iwormy gets his Yasuo. Didn't get it in
Yeah.
game one. Please don't. Heights, Janna, and Shen, maybe they really liked that pick in this team comp. It was really helpful for them. But the Vayne ban in Phase 1 is super important because that means that the Vayne one trick doesn't get his Vayne. It's super good. But we'll see the Rakan ban also towards Kiwi Priest. They didn't like that either. And the Kled ban for iWormy on the other side was one of the changing bans, and that was a super good ban because iWormy's Kled was one of the strong points of that game. Sir Potato hovering these picks, but we know the future. We know that he picks up the Fizz here, and he's just kind of trolling us a little bit. And I know for sure my mic is not muted this time.
I'd prefer the Amumu. I'd like to see Amumu mid.
I would too.
But the reason I was excited about the Yasuo is because Wormy has played it 3 seasons in a row here at Learning Fives. And that's pretty exciting.
Wormy showing
basically Yasuo one trick at this point.
Wormy showing good consistency here, I guess.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong being a dirty Yasuo picker.
I mean,
I myself picked Teemo. You know, I used to be a Shaco main. None of us are perfect.
I think I need to go now. But anyway, we have the second rounds of picks and bans going in. We're just going to see the bot lane from here on out. We might want to mention that the focus wasn't put in this order. D-Boyz did pick up the Yasuo first pick. They actually picked in the lane order. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but they did. But Team picked up their support and the Gragas first. Fizz was picked in the order, same with Twitch, but the Shen was last picked. So Shen was left up. Wingnut and Rampage swapping champions again because they like to troll us. But we'll see the Twitch here.
I actually like the Kog'Maw ban because Kog'Maw just super shreds through tanks. Although I don't know if Kog'Maw was really a risk if you're gonna end up picking Leona and Yasuo anyways.
It's possible, but they know that Don't Die in Vain likes to play hyper carries, so they know that Kog'Maw is like another Vayne but with less mobility. So, I think Wingnut and Rampage are actually not in the right order this time, if I remember correctly.
Correct. The
tilt is
they are most certainly not in the right order. Rampage is playing the right champion though, so we're good.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll deal with it because we have to. We don't want to remake the lobby again. But we have here some nice team comps. What do you think about the Wombo combo potential of Team D-Boyz here?
Okay. So, listen. There's not a whole lot of knockups for Yasuo, but there's enough. If you can get a good... See, my question here, honestly, is what the Maokai ultimate is going to serve as a purpose. Is it going to be for follow-up CC, or are you going to try and initiate with it? Because Galio's really good at following up on an initiation that's already happened with his ultimate. Yasuo is really great at following up on an initiation because if he initiates himself, he's going to get blown up. So Maokai is probably going to be the one initiating for this team.
It's very
I would
possible.
guess. But at that point, the Maokai ultimate, unless you get like a really sweet flank and they don't see it coming, is so terrible at catching people out. So I think what's going to happen is they're going to use it as temporary lockdown in between like Leona and Galio combos.
Yeah.
I'm hoping. So it's like a really good, if you get one person locked down or a few people locked down, they're not moving for the entire team fight.
Yeah, it's very possible, but we see a lot of disruption out of team here with the Shen and the Gragas. Fizz is also going to be able to get on the backline very easily, but the Wind Wall can effectively nullify the Shark and nullify a lot of Twitch's damage as well. So this Yasuo pick was a really solid one just in the team comps, not even the fact that he's one-tricking here. But Janna is just super good in this meta right now just because of Ardent Sensor. And she has so much disengage as well. So she can shield her allies if they're getting really hard engaged on. And we'll have to see if team can play around this super wombo-y high AD damage comp of D-Boyz here.
Well, I think what's interesting about team's comp is it's kind of... Okay. I'll have to back up the statement. It's kind of the opposite of what D-Boyz are trying to do. Because yes, you have the Shen who does very well when things are grouped up, and then Gragas does well when things are grouped up initially. But then when you have the Gragas ult, suddenly Potato is free to go around the front line or to go through the front line onto the back line, where you have a spread out team fight where he can land an ultimate on someone that isn't the Maokai or the Galio. That's when that team comp is going to shine, so that Fizz can do something and so that Twitch can open fire without necessarily getting blown up immediately. And Janet can keep him safe pretty much by himself for the most part.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how the team fight positioning plays out. And last game was some solid team fighting, the last 2 fights from team.
Yep. Some solid positioning, solid team fighting, a little bit too much tower diving, but hopefully we'll see a change in game 2.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we'll see you guys in approximately a minute to 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. We are here in Game 2 between Team and D-Boyz. I'm still Nibiria. I am still joined by Penguin God. And I just realized something. I never introed the players last game. So I'm going to do my long-standing, long-winded tradition and sign them in. For Team, on the blue side, we have Hyatt's Jan in the top lane, Clock-A-Lot in the jungle, Sir Potato 9 in the mid lane, Don't Die in Vain on 80 carry, and Kiwi Priest on support. On the red team for D-Boyz, we have iWormy in the top lane, Milkshake Mac in the jungle, Next Eminus in mid lane, Wingnut 0220 on support, and Rampage 494 on 80 carry.
Yep.
Anyways, now that that's taken care of, I'm excited for Game 2. And I want to mention something a little bit weird. Clock-a-lot took Stoneborn Pact.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that too.
Don't know why.
You go Courage every time because he just procs it so easily. You have that body slam that's super good to hit, super easy to hit, and you generally get to get so much shielding off of that, and you never ever really need Bundle Stone. The only time you really need Bundle Stone is if you're going for the cheesy Ardent Sensor Gragas, and that's like never.
That shouldn't happen.
No, that's
Can you self-apply Ardent Sensor?
I don't think so.
Darn. Then his W would be so strong.
It would be.
The attack speed steroid built in now.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
I think Riot was probably like, yeah, we shouldn't allow that.
We should avoid that. Should avoid those scenarios.
Rampage doing some flips. I need to flame Rampage and Wingnut after the game because they were not in LCS order.
Yeah, little backwards for us, but you know what? That's okay.
It's okay.
Oh, they didn't do the. Come on, Mac. You're a coach. You could have got him to organize properly. To do that cheesy cross math leash, that would have been awesome. Oh well, we get to see Omega Squad Fizz though. I'm excited for that. I mean, Fizz in general is just so underrepresented, and then we get to see Omega Squad Fizz. It's just, you know, it's a twofer right there.
Yep, I agree. But I do think that it would have been better if Don't Die in Vain had the Omega Squad Twitch as well.
Oh, true.
So cool. And then
that would have been the team synergy right there. Come on, guys.
It would have been. Exactly.
Step it up. The team synergy.
Step it up, guys. And Clock is decent.
Ah, the pause. Stepping it up in true Learning 5's tradition.
Yep. And I know for sure my mic isn't muted this time. I checked.
That's good. That's progress.
I made sure that in game 2 my mic wasn't muted. But we have a reconnect, so we'll probably be back in very shortly. But let's touch really quick on the Summoner Spell choices here. On Team D-Boyz, nothing really surprising here, minus the Ignite rather than Exhaust. Exhaust, generally you take that against hyper carries to reduce their attack speed, but Ignite is best when you're trying to get those early kills. The Leona changes have also gone through, which does more damage with their passive, but it sticks for less time, so that's a pretty big change. The burst potential out of Rampage and Wingnut's going to be really huge. But I also want to point out the teleport for Potato wasn't really impactful in Game 1. So I'm surprised to see that again this game over the Ignite, which is going to get him kills and get him further ahead in this lane. You can already see that they are perfectly even in CS right now. Actually, next just proved me wrong by getting a CS, and proved me right again by Potato getting one. But anyway.
There we go. Rough parody.
Yes.
Oh, Shield of Daybreak going down. What? What? Why would you? Okay, so that I'm gonna explain that. That Ignite was way aggressive before they knew that if they would get the kill, and then that Exhaust was so unneeded.
Yeah.
So unnecessary.
Question mark pings going down from the casters here.
Yeah. If we had the ability to ping, you would see some off-color pings in the bottom lane there. That was just some interesting Summoner Spell usage. But anyways, Justice Punch going out. Oh, Shield of Daybreak going in, Wingnut flashing out. That's not.
Wingnut, you're getting a little too hyphy on this Leona here.
Yeah, a little bit.
But you also saw Potato in the mid lane. He is a CCS ahead, but he wasn't using his Playful Trickster in the proper way to avoid damage in the CC. That's just the one way you want to play the Troll Pull. You want to avoid as much as you can with it, rather than just try and get damage off.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Rampage can't buffer with Rocket Jump, but it's not going to matter because Wingnut's going to be the target. Zenith Blade going to try and get him on the other side of Clock-a-Lot. Clock-a-Lot going to eat the explosive charge. Next Emin is barely going to survive this. Sir Potato, go in, get the Q. He gets the Urchin Strike and is going to escape off the corpse of Next Eminus, it looks like. Troll Pole coming up in 3, but he might just try and fight Mac here. I'm not sure. Q through, Urchin through, and then Playful Trickster. You can do it.
Nope.
No, not quite. Milkshake Mac getting the return kill, avenging his fallen comrade. 1 for 1.
Yep, but it is worth noting that Nex is not getting an assist on that, so it is just a full kill going over Potato, which is a couple hundred gold into his happy little pocket. Trying to get ahead on an assassin, where the only person you really can assassinate on the enemy team is either the Yasuo, kind of, or the Tristana. I expect Yasuo to go a little bit beefier of a build this game just to try and not get one shot by Fizz. That would be the preferable build. Trying to get him so that he can withhold some health from this Yasuo, trying to get his own damage off in these team fights. He'll likely go a Mob Memorius this game. We'll see if he actually does. But getting the double Antomes for Potato here, super good, a lot of damage, and gets him on his way, hopefully closer to a Zhonya's Hourglass Potato.
Yeah.
We talked about this, man.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
I'm just noticing right here, Rampage has been doing some serious CSing mechanics here on that last wave.
Yep.
38 CS to 29, but that last wave was just clean.
Sure was, man. Sure was.
It's the little things that show that, you know, people are really paying attention to their champion.
Yeah.
Like getting the last hits with the bounce from explosive charge. It's just so nice. So
it really
nice.
is. Yep. Nice little CS lead in the top lane and the bot lane for Team D-Boyz here. Team is gonna have to really pick it up in the laning phase if they're gonna be able to do anything in the mid game. Their comp wants to get these small skirmishes off. They don't really want to be a 5v5 just because the team isn't really suited for that. They don't have the AoE potential, but looks like another gank going mid.
Oh, next Eminence is completely out of mana at this point. Body Slam going down. The slow from the cask is going to be there, as is the red buff slow. I think next Eminence is going to get taken out here. Urchin Strike auto going to finish him off, and that's 2-1-0 for Potato.
Potato's Fizz
a little
looking
scary.
Looking better than the Echo for sure. He already has 2 kills in his pocket rather than 2 deaths. He has that gold, which means that he's going to be more likely to get more kills. But I do want to point out, next Enemies has a blasting wand. That's not really what you want to start, even if you have the perfect amount of gold. If you have exactly 150 gold when you go back, you still just want to get the health crystal and the mana crystal, just to try and get the catalyst as soon as you can. It provides Galio so much you don't really need that damage. You just need the tank stats more. But Potato and Clock looking for Milkshake Mac here, but they're not going to see him. Just kind of walks into his own jungle there.
No luck there. Not quite yet, at least.
Yep. You see Wormy's got a 10 CS lead, and Botland's got a 10 CS lead. But the CS is actually pretty even in mid. Even though those 2 kills have gone over to Potato there. A lot of pings going down to the jungle, though. We'll see what happens here.
Blue buff going over to the next Eminence there, so nothing too exciting yet. A little bit of a... They were thinking of invading, but not quite sure about it. I'm interested to see how the top lane matchup is going to develop throughout laning phase, because right now Wormy is just kind of crushing it a little bit, and Jan hasn't backed yet.
Yeah.
Oh, great Zenith Blade down onto Don't Die in Vain. Another preemptive Ignite, though. Wingnut just...
Wingnut, please. You're a little quick on the draw, man. Does your girlfriend talk about that too? But we have a nice little CS lead for iWormy in this lane. It's about 10 to 15 CS, and it's actually like 17 now, but that does mean that he's going to be pretty good in this lane, but I think that, yeah.
Oh!
Nice.
Oh, good juke, but the taunt's going to follow up.
Nice.
Although it doesn't really matter, because with Fizz, the autos are kind of what you want to get down. Wingnut getting hit with the body slam, not going to be able to make it out. Zenith blading onto Kiwi Priest, but going for the stun on Don't Die in Vain. But I don't think there's enough damage from Rampage to do anything. Galio coming in, next Eminence with the Justice Punch, going to knock up Clock a lot a little bit, but not going to be enough to blow him up. Stand United coming down, Wingnut going to be the first one to fall down. Nothing else coming out, Stand United gets canceled.
That's really unfortunate. Wingnut getting a little too aggressive there. They almost get the kills. That was really close, but you saw there that Rampage hadn't backed it. He had no items. He didn't have any attack speed. There was like no way they were going to get that kill very easily.
Yeah.
So that's pretty tough. Pretty hard time for them. But iWormy is now going to have a lot harder of a matchup because Jan now has that Bramble Vest. Jan needs to be up a little bit further in this lane because of the Bramble Vest. iWormy's going to take a lot of damages from hitting Jan here. And then what I think Jan should do here is go for the Randuin's Omen directly after this. You don't need to finish the full Thornmail. Getting the Bramble Vest is about all you need at this point. And reducing, like, with the Randuin's Omen, the amount of damage you take from crits is super important against the Yasuo, and it's going to be super important against Rampage's Tristana as well.
Well, how should Wormy ideally counter this Bramble Vest? Do you just get a Vamp Scepter at this point to try and get some sustain off the minions at least to counter the 20 damage, or is the 20 damage just that insignificant that you don't care?
You probably just don't care because the grievous wounds are gonna hurt you in the end anyway. Because if you get a life, if you get a vamp scepter, then the grievous wounds are just gonna counter that essentially. So getting a vamp scepter is basically gonna be a waste of 900 gold. So what you do is you just try and push out the lane and basically pretend that Bramble Best doesn't exist, and pretend that the enemy champion doesn't exist. You push out the wave, get the CS, try and get even further ahead. Ooh, they're getting pretty low here.
Yeah, a little bit risky. Spray and pray coming out, but so is the ultimate from Milkshake Mac. One root going to go down onto Don't Die in Vain. Next Emin is coming in. Taunt getting knocked away from the Monsoon. Don't Die in Vain trying to open up after the camouflage, but not going to happen. Clock a lot coming in, trying to kill iWormy, getting the body slam down. iWormy has the tornado now, but he's getting knocked back. The ultimate not available at this point after a brilliant two-man knockup. Oh, so unfortunate. Already used it in that engage. Getting taken out while next Eminus barely missed timing that taunt.
Man, if Wormy had his ult there, that would have been so sick.
That would have been montage parody level. You would have just heard the dubstep in your head.
You would have heard the Darude Sandstorm going on.
Yeah.
Oh man, that would have been so sick. Wormy, you tried. I'll give you that. You're still.
He saw the play in his head and he was like, "Oh,
yeah.
I used ult. Oh, I guess I just die now." And die he did, but he died a hero.
He did.
He didn't live long enough to become the villain because Garen isn't in this game.
XD. Oh boy.
I hate myself for that.
I don't know why I even do this anymore. We do see a nice little four kills to 1 kill going on over here. About 1,500 gold in favor of team. Shaping up to be a nice little 2-0. But you know how these show matches are. This is the series of throws, and
oh yeah.
We will hopefully not see that here, because if team can hold on to their lead, push down these towers, and further their gold lead even more, I think, yeah, first brick hasn't even gone down yet. So if they can further their gold lead by getting the first tower, they'll be in really, really good shape here. They'll get a lot of damage and a lot of pressure on the map to try and get vision down to grab these picks that they really desperately need. Now, one thing
I'm hoping we see at least a close second game.
Yeah.
And while the first game was indeed close, the double ace at the end was kind of
sad.
It was painful, man. It was painful to watch. I really felt for the boys.
The boys.
Yeah, the boys.
Drinking a cold one with the boys.
No, please.
Don't do this to me. All right.
We had that. Oh, that long meme team name last session. Good times. Good times here at Learning 5.
I heard they wanted to have it again, but Brian wouldn't allow it.
Yeah.
Thank you, Meow and Cat.
Remember, guys, if you sign up to be a coach, you get to pick the team name.
Yeah, but we do get to say no if it's really dumb.
That's true. So just make it really dumb on the down low.
Yeah,
and we'll be fine with
on the DL, like your name being Team.
Yeah, perfect. It's just the perfect amount of dumb. It's kind of almost smart, and it's entirely not.
Holy moly. Alright, so I do want to point out the Phantom Dancer for iWormy here. Potato getting a pause mid-jump.
Oh.
Holy moly. Can I zoom in on that? Yes, I can. Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Get
Look
that zoom.
At that. Oh, yeah. He's just kind of floating
Catching
in the
some
air.
serious air right there.
Dude, that is the sickest fizz I've ever seen in my life. I can't move the screen at all. You can't do that in the pause.
No, I wanted to move it up a little bit so we could get a better zoomed in shot.
Yeah,
but...
I got a nice little frame here. I wish I could move it slightly to the right. That's alright. But you see Fizz just kind of flying in there. He looks kind of like a Mickey Mouse from this angle, you know?
Oh.
But this gives me a chance to talk about the Phantom Dancer from iWormy. It does actually reduce the damage that Shen is doing with the Bramble Vest. So it reduces it by, what is it, 10%, 20%? 12%, alright. So you're going to take 12% less damage from the Bramble Vest, which 12% of 20 is about 3. So,
whoa,
well, not 3.
A whole 3.
Well, let me 10% of 20 is 2, so 12 would be about 3, yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I was just saying, it doesn't sound terribly significant, but you realize every time a Q goes out, that's 20 damage.
Yeah, every time iWormy Qs, hides Jan, or auto attacks, that is 20 damage for the Bramble Bust, but now it's 17. And you would think that 3 damage wouldn't really matter that much, but stacked up over 10 auto attacks per trade, or 10 Qs per trade, that's nice 30 damage you're reducing there. That's pretty significant. That's like a whole longsword worth of damage. Like,
Yeah. It's
it's
not really going to be make or break, but
yeah,
it is nice.
he
And it's
probably
a
would
way
have
to
survived.
itemize against it that isn't, a little bit hamstringed by the Grievous Wounds effect.
Yeah. Instead of building a lifesteal, this is a really good alternative because you're not gaining life per se. You're just preventing a certain amount of damage. So the Grievous Wounds doesn't really apply on that. Grievous Wounds is just healing. But the Cold Steel passive from that Warden's Mail is going to matter. That reducing the attack speed by 15% is actually super big because attack speed does apply on the Q. So getting the reduced attack speed on that basically means that you're increasing his cooldown. Um, so it's super good to get that, and he's likely going to be getting the like I suggested the Randuin's Omen rather than like a Sunfire Cape or a Titanic Hydra like you would normally get. You don't need to match the damage in this lane. You just need to stop yourself from dying. You're not going to deal a whole lot of damage to Yasuo with that Phantom Dancer, so there's basically no point in building damagey items. Rather,
Hmm.
getting the Super Tank Shen going is super important, especially against a team that has very little magic damage. You have just the damages from the Maokai and Galio, which late game, those are basically inconsequential. You don't really care a whole lot about that. Your base MR will do just fine against them, so getting the armor early is super important because you're just gonna build Randuin's Omen at this point. You're just basically gonna sit on that Bramble Vest for the next like 20 minutes or so. Wait to build that for a little while, get some more armor, some more health, and then finish out the Bramble Vest into a Thornmail because the Thornmail passive works better the more armor you have. The more armor you have, the better Thornmail passive works. So you want to get other armor first, generally. Thornmail as your only armor item or only tank item is kind of tough because you need that extra bit of armor, but it's still pretty good. Um, and I want to point out, Potato did build Proto Belt. I want to give him the nice
Hmm.
little clap for that one because he did build an active item, which is super good. Getting these Zonias against their team isn't the most important thing, but it is going to be important for him to get um, at some point, just not immediately. Um, the Blade of the Ruin King coming out for Twitch here, pretty standard. Same with likely the Infinity Edge coming out from Rampage's Tristana.
Hmm.
Nothing really surprising, although I do want to point out Kiwi Priest has gone for the Nomad's Medallion instead of trying to rush the Ardent Sensor, which I think is a mistake, because the earlier you get it, the better. You get that Ardent Sensor passive way sooner, and it's a flat amount rather than a scaling amount. So getting that earlier in the game is way better. But other than that,
Right.
there isn't really uh, a whole lot of surprising items coming out from either team. I do want to point out the black and pink wards. There's only, I see 2 on the map for team and 1 in the inventory. I can't point out which one is whose, but uh, I do see that. But I don't see, I see 1 red ward for the side of Team D-Boyz here, and only 1 other in the inventory. Buy pinks, guys. You have space. You almost always have gold. Buy a pink, put it down in a somewhat useful spot, and you'll be fine. Just getting that vision control down is super important because you'll generally have like 100, 150 gold every time you buy an item extra. And getting those pink wards for vision control is really important. I hadn't done it for years, and now that I've done it, it's really helped not getting picked off constantly. The game is really different when you can see your own jungle and see where the enemy is. It kind of makes the game a lot easier to play.
Yeah, I mean, and at a certain point, you can just set it and forget it too. If you don't know the optimal control ward placement, just don't worry about it. Just place it. I guarantee you, a control ward placed somewhere is better than a control ward placed nowhere.
Yep, and you're not
Okay,
even wasting gold.
there's some situations where that's not true.
Yeah.
Like
Putting a
in your
pink
own
ward,
base,
yeah, putting a
probably
pink
not
ward
the
on your
best.
fountain isn't the best idea. But even I'll use my nice little cursor here on the mini map. If you're blue side here and you got a pink ward in your bot lane, even just putting it on this bush by your red buff or in tri bush, that's just really important. Um, if you're top side, getting a pink ward in your river bush or their tri bush is really important. If you're mid lane, you have so many more options. There's just so much to do, but basically you want to put it in the pixel bush on either side of the river, where you think the enemy jungler is going to be, or whichever side the enemy team is roamed on more. That's just super important for you to get the jungler. There's like infinite possibilities. Oh, getting back in the game here. I'll probably zoom back out. Probably a good idea.
Bless the internet for fixing itself.
Yes.
Wingnut getting caught out. Body slam. Slow down. Solar Flare coming out. The return damage from Milkshake Mac and his team. Oh boy, it's a full fight now. Kiwi Priest might be able to go down. The Buster Shot from Rampage gonna knock him and Don't Die in Vain out. Rampage still does have the reset from Rocket Jump. Gonna jump over. Don't Die in Vain getting pretty low here. Flashing away. Not gonna die just yet. However, Potato X is coming down from the top lane. Ult is gonna land. Impressive aim there. And Wingnut is going to just get eaten.
Well, you know, Potato's mom never gets mad about him missing the toilet with those that aim. Potato landing a good ult there, getting another free kill for himself. Oh no.
Oh, and getting a
caught,
free
though.
kill on himself in a second here, it looks like. Oh,
flashing the tier
the brilliant
7.
troll pull into Mastery Flash.
Holy moly. That is the sign of a true Fliz player. Getting
Now,
the
kids,
easiest,
that's what we at home call mechanics.
the easiest troll pull of my life, and then flashes the Mastery 7. Feels good.
Beautiful. It's just fantastic play, you know.
Yes.
Making the
Now-
okay hand right now. I can't. Obviously, I can't do that on stream, but
Never seen anything like this before in my life.
he hits E.
And then
How
E
fantastic!
again. Oh my god.
Pushing the top lane. So the top lane really bores me right now because no one's gonna die. I'm looking forward to when the laning phase actually breaks down and we get to see how effective Iwormy is as a split pusher.
Yeah.
Because that's really gonna make or break the Yasuo pick right now. Because you generally don't pick Yasuo because of his great team fighting.
Yeah.
Because he can team fight, don't get me wrong, but he's just so much better as a split pusher, just like infinitely.
Yeah, he could, because he doesn't use mana as a resource, he could just spam his abilities and clear waves super quick.
And he has such a short cooldown on his Q.
Yeah. He gets basically a free push almost all the time. But that means that he pushes into the tower so often that Gen has to try Shen's best to keep this minion away from hitting the tower constantly because the tower is really low. Wormy can just push these waves in super easily, and the minion's just gonna take the tower. Ooh, nice in their ult.
Uh-oh. Next Eminence getting knocked up again. He's gonna be taken out, it looks like. Oh, great interrupt on the Justice Punch there from Potato by standing in the way of it, and the dunk from Clock-a-Lot. Whew. Style points, baby.
Maybe Potato was just told the last game that his coach was the one jungling. Because he's clearly on better form this game. Gets the assist for himself. Clock-a-Lot just hitting the barrel there. Good job on him to grab that kill. Next Enemies getting taken out. 0, 3, and 2 on this Galio. He built a ward.
I'm wondering if he shouldn't have just gone full tank.
I do agree that I don't understand why he built the Roa, but Milkshake Mac gonna come up here. There's pressure on this tower. Just gets Gen off of it. Grabs that tower. That is first brick going over to Team D-Boyz. And cracking open, not really a cold one there.
Cracking open an old one, at least.
Very old. I want to see...
There we go. We made it work. It was a long journey to get there, but you know...
What I want to see is the old Summoner's Rift with all these new champions.
Oh, God.
And, like, everything old.
I don't think I could handle that.
I watched a video of old Summoner's Rift and, like, old Xin Zhao, like, when he was first released. And it made me remember just how, like...
Completely oversaturated everything was.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Don't get me wrong, I like bright, colorful things, but dear God, it was awful. Next Eminence getting taken out once again in a second here. He's just... I don't think there's a way to get out of this. Gonna try an Urchin Strike, getting the Justice Punch onto 2, but not gonna matter. Urchin striking behind, saving himself from the wrath of Milkshake Mac, which isn't really all that threatening at this point. He is 2-0-1, but I mean, Potato's level 11 already. Meanwhile, Wormy's going to try and do something. Stand United coming down. Wormy going to get the knock-up onto Clock-a-Lot, but now they're going to all have to run for their life. Milkshake Mac in trouble here, having to ult out. Sir Potato going in and getting hit up, eating the tower shots. Clock-a-Lot going to survive, but Sir Potato is not. Never mind, Clock-a-Lot's going down too. Is Jan going to be able to survive? At this point, I don't see how he won't. But great double kill there from Wormy.
Yeah, good roam out there by Wormy. Didn't even burn teleport for that. He just literally just walked down there, picks up 2 kills for himself on the Potato and Clock-a-Lot. That is super good because he's gonna be able to get his items way faster, put some pressure down in that lane, and now Sir Potato is gonna have to contend with a 2-in-1 Yasuo. Now we'll see what's more annoying, Fed Yasuo or a Fed Fizz, and that's gonna be the true case here.
I will vote Yasuo for that almost every time because I've played Yasuo before from Iwormy's position, and it is just, it's hilarious because you come into a fight, you get 3 kills, you leave, and you split push, and no one can stop you ever from doing either of those things unless they're really on point with their macro.
Yeah,
it's a nightmare. That said, if Potato can continually just kill Wormy, that's nullified. So
I feel like Potato's target this game is Wormy. That's one thing that every Fizz player likes to do is they have a target. They know who they want to kill every single game, and every single fight is the person they go for, and that rarely changes. Don't die in vain.
yeah,
Just kinda
because
stand in still.
I mean, really, you can't get Rampage as Fizz.
Yeah.
Rocket Jump is just too powerful of a disengage tool, as is Buster Shot. You can dodge one, maybe. You can dodge the Buster Shot with Playful Trickster, maybe. Haven't tried it personally.
You can.
But you're not going to land the Chum the Waters onto a rocket jumping Tristana. Like, you can land it, and then she'll just jump away. And you're toast, essentially. Clockalot getting caught here, but I think he might be able to... Oh, no, he doesn't have Flash. If Milkshake Mac can block the Body Slam, or if the Body Slam is just flubbed, Clockalot going to be the first one to fall. It was like, not quite. Great Monsoon from Kiwi Priest.
They're stuck in the pit.
Trying to do some damage on him to Don't Die in Vain, but a great Spray and Pray is putting down the damage himself. Buster Shot coming out. Rampage does have enough damage to go in with another Rocket Jump, and Kiwi Priest going to go down.
The League of
That
Throws.
was weird.
League of Throws, man.
It was a very fragmented fight and very fragmented sentences.
Yes, clearly. Now we have a... Oh, boy, that's a big yawn. Alright, we have a 3,000 gold lead for Team D-Boyz here. They're going to get another turret here, most likely. They got 2 kills on the bot lane. And now they have 3 kills on their AD carry. That is super good. Getting Tristana to her mid-game power spike is an important.
Oh, here's the fight of the Feds. Oh, jeez. Wormy wins that pretty handily.
Wormy wins that. Wormy wins that if Potato just kind of sits there and takes it, you know?
Yeah, there's not a whole lot. There's not even a whole lot to be done. You have to catch the Yasuo off guard in order to do any semblance of damage to him.
I think that it's possible that Potato could have fought him there, considering they're each sitting on about 1.5 items, but the 1.5 items that Potato is sitting on are Proto Belt and Sheen, whereas the 1.5 items were from Iwormy were Phantom Dancer and a Cloak. So that just provides a lot more damage to Potato and a lot more tanky stats. So it's possible that he could have won that. Decided not to fight the 2-in-1 Yasuo for whatever reason. I'm always a fan of growing a pair and just going for it, seeing if you can do it.
I think he would have just immediately eaten it, though.
It's possible. I have no idea, but that's why I do it to see if I can do it, and then I know for later. Nice try.
Wingnut, buddy.
Well, he was trying to catch out the Twitch there, because he assumed that the Twitch was going to be going that way, but he went the exact opposite way.
Generally, you don't want to do a blind solar flare. The solar flare should blind your enemies, not the other way around.
Yeah. When the sun solar flares and nobody looks, is it really solar flaring?
I saw a news article about the eclipse that said someone went to the doctor because they put sunblock in their eyes. Found that interesting. You'd think they'd notice after the first eye that something was wrong, but no.
You would think, but oh my god, some people.
Sometimes, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work out like that.
Just
like Disengage, I don't expect to work out for next Eminence here.
No, I don't think so. Ooh, that's...
Oh,
look at that
ultimate
damage.
going down from Sir Potato onto Wormy. Wormy gonna have to get out of here somehow, but oh, getting chunked out pretty hard. Wormy getting us away with a sliver of health. Gonna try and re-engage here at a certain point, I'm sure. Ultimate coming down from Next Eminence, gonna knock up onto 3. Clockalot might be the first one to fall. Next Eminence instead going to be the first one down. Sir Potato in the backline getting taken out as well. Wingnut next to fall. Rampage trying to put out as much damage as he can. Might be able to get Clockalot, but instead the body slam lands on him, flashing and Wing out to save his life. Milkshake Mac gonna run away, flash out, and try and save himself to save his AD carry, but not gonna happen. A great flash taunt from Highest Jan ensures that Milkshake Mac goes down.
Or we teleported back in.
Oh, Wormy going in. Kiwi gonna be the first one to fall. Don't Die in Vain shortly gonna follow, it looks like. But Wormy, oh no, he is away. You just stay on the target. Just He's Twitch. He can't move all that quick. You just stay on him.
He can't move all that quick, man.
He's a rat. You don't
Wormy
you
again.
don't run away from him.
Like I said, I'm always a fan of growing a pair and just going for it. Cause
See, that's the thing though. He could have gotten the triple there.
exactly.
He could have gotten the triple there. You have to stay on the Twitch because once you're away from the Twitch, you have no way to get back onto him for another 7 seconds.
He could have gotten that
Literally
kill.
0 way to get back onto him.
He made a big mistake because he has that Phantom Dancer, but it only applies on the most recent champion hit. So he dashed to the Janna after hitting the Twitch. So then he had reduced damage from the Janna rather than the Twitch, so he just died to the Twitch. Super easy kill for Twitch to pick up. Twitch is now 4-1 and 2, where Tristana is 4-0 and 2. Thinking. Clearly one is better than the other this game. The numbers just prove it. But there is a CS lead as well. So Rampage's Tristana is clearly far superior to Twitch here, wouldn't you agree?
Getting there.
Getting there.
We'll have to see in the fights who dies less.
Yep.
Although, that said, Rampage has so much self-peel compared to the Twitch that if Twitch just gets focused every fight, it's not even going to be close.
Yep.
That said, Kiwi Priest has been doing a great job as Janna with the monsoons and the tornadoes to try and keep people off. Well, the entire team, really.
Yeah, doing pretty well for himself there on this Janna. You can see
Teleport.
Janna's power.
Teleport coming out from someone. Oh, double teleport, the sneaky teleport coming in. Iwormy getting knocked into the entirety of the enemy team, but gets a 3-man knockup with the ultimate, and Twitch is down. This is going to be a free fight. It looks like Iwormy getting taken out, however. Wingnut trying to get in, get us some stuns. Milkshake Matt going to get some stuns of his own. Galio going to ult onto him, get the knockup onto one. Chocolat barely going to survive, but getting taken out. Rampage going on a rampage of his own, and Shen is going to be the only one to survive so far. And it looks like that's going to be true for a while now. Going to clear out the mid lane and then go for an objective. Looks like they're turning on the Baron. I don't know if they can take this.
I think they can with the Maokai and Galio, and Tristana is still alive. But like you said, the Twitch just got focused, got one shot out of that fight. That was super good by Iwormy there. Even though he died in that, he still got what he wanted. He got the Twitch, and they won the fight from that. Tristana picking up a triple kill there. Now we know who is far superior.
Yeah. 8-0 and 2.
8-0 and 2. Hasn't even shopped. After this Baron, he's gonna have so much gold. He's got 3K in his pocket. He's 3K above his laning opponent there. Finishes off
The
items.
RFC.
Holy moly. Super strong Tristana going on here. We'll have to see if Potato can get on Tristana, because I think that's the only way they win these team fights, because the rest of the team can deal with Iwormy. Twitch can deal with it with the help of Janna and Gragas. But the only one they can't really deal with is the Tristana, and Potato's going to have to show what he can do getting on this Tristana.
Yeah. I think really what Wormy needs to do is stand back, and this is going to sound like the dumbest thing ever, but play Peel Yasuo.
Yeah.
Now that sounds really dumb, but if someone goes on to Rampage, Wormy can just blow them up immediately.
Yep.
Because if he dives in, he's going to get taken out first thing. Clockalot's got the body slam, Jan's got the shadow dash, and, you know, Janna can prevent any sort of engage whatsoever.
Yeah.
However, if you sit on the back line, wait for someone to come to you, they can't really disengage from nothing.
Yeah, it's pretty tough that way. And plus, Iwormy can get he stacks up and get the that third Q, that knockup, way easier if he's in the backline, just hitting things rather than going in and trying to get that before he dies. But the wave clear here from team here is going to be super strong. But Wormy trying to get Jan.
Wormy and Jan trying to fight here. Gets the ultimate down. Jan in a little bit of trouble here. No slow from Wormy and his kid at all. Oh, whiff solar flare. Meanwhile, next Emin is getting engaged on and a pause coming out.
Mid-fight pause. Holy moly. I think Jan might have lagged a little bit there. It's very possible, but this is like the absolute worst time to pause. For future reference, if you guys need a pause, don't pause when you're in the middle of a team fight.
I'm going to call it now. The boys is toast.
Yeah. This is rough for them.
Unless Rampage comes in, Rocket jumps, flashes, and gets a buster shot onto 3 to knock them all back.
Here.
Okay, not happening. The auto's going on. Jesus, that's a lot of damage. Well, at least there were no kills after Next Eminence died. That's something at least.
Yep. Now you saw some people on Reddit complaining about LCS teams or LPL teams and LCK teams abusing bathroom break pauses.
Oh
Uh,
God.
and because some people assumed that members were, particularly of the EU LCS, there was one time where two members needed to use
Frick.
the bathroom, and they used that pause. Some people were, oh no, they're going in.
Their potato going in. He has a Shen on his back, but not enough because the rocket jump from Rampage is enough to keep him safe. Shen almost getting killed there. Oh, a great buster shot into auto from Rampage. Wingnut getting taken out, but it's not going to matter because Rampage is still in there in the backline. Clockalot trying to go in, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Kiwi Priest still somehow alive, but an auto from Rampage going to be enough, and that's the ace coming out with a triple kill.
This
for
could be the
Rampage.
game. They could push for the game.
They could. I
That's
don't
a
know
30
if they can make it that
30
far.
second
They do
death
have
timers.
Baron.
They have Baron and they have Tristana. This could be it.
Yeah, they have an 11-0 Tristana with 2 attack speed items and a finished Infinity Edge and a BF sword. I think it's possible.
It's very
There's
possible.
12 seconds left on Potato.
12
and
seconds on
14
Potato?
on Kiwi Priest.
Holy moly. This could be it. They're going for it, I think. I think they need to.
Oh, they are going for it. Potato
Oh my
doesn't
God.
have Chum the Waters or Flash. He's going to have Flash in a little bit as he is Chum the Waters, but I don't think it'll be enough.
I don't
If they
think he
can
can.
just kill Potato, they'll be safe. Looks like the autos are going to go down, and Potato getting pretty low. Not going to get taken
Wormy
out
getting
quite
kills.
yet, but Wormy going to take out Kiwi Priest. Don't die in vain. Going to burst onto him with the ultimate from Wormy. Going to get the kill for himself, and it looks like this is going to be game here in a second. If they don't play this really carefully, Jane getting taken out. Sir Potato falling as well. Wormy and Rampage wailing on the Nexus here, and it looks like it's finally going to be game. Team.
Wow.
What happened?
What happened? That was just
Team question mark?
that was an ace coming out by Team D-Boyz here. They're cracking open a cold Nexus with D-Boyz.
Yeah, perfect.
They
And we get a tie.
we get a nice tie on the show match. It's a lot better than a nice blowout, but man, that was a tough game.
Yeah, it was a little rough, and it was back and forth for a while too. Next Eminence kind of was just
Not doing
there
well.
with
Yeah.
some good ultimates though.
Yeah.
I will say that much. As much as he fell behind, those ultimates were always very useful in the team fights in order to get the key knockups to keep everyone else alive.
Yep.
So he may have fallen a lot, but his teammates didn't, and that ensured them the win. But
Rampage going on a rampage. That game 12-0 on
yeah,
Tristana.
absolutely.
Holy moly.
that was disgusting.
That was absolutely amazing.
That is going to wrap it up for us here tonight at Learning Fives. A 1-1 between D-Boyz and Team. My name's Nabira. I've been joined here by the Penguin God, and we hope you come back for some more show matches. We have a few more lined up for this weekend, but if you can't remember when they are, like I can never, you can follow the Twitch, you can follow our Twitter, or you can check the Discord. The Discord's going to be the easiest way to keep up. I guarantee it.
Yep.
Penguin, let's outro him with some music. And from myself, and hopefully from Penguin, have a wonderful night.
See you guys later.
in the wind, that melody that they would play every single day.